Now, one of the things that I noticed at the G20 was the fact that there was a lot of people protesting and talking about their right to peacefully protest. And they think that they are actually doing good. Now, it's true you have a right to peacefully protest. You also have a right to shit your bed, roll around in it, and call it chocolate sauce. It doesn't mean it's an effective way of achieving anything. Plus, believe it or not, when you are protesting, you're engaging in a certain legal activity that has certain legal ramifications. Now, a lot of people think that when they protest, they are rejecting. They're telling the government no, and they're trying to reject it. And then they get mad. Oh, we protested it, and the government did it anyways. Why? Because they don't understand what a protest is, legally speaking. Chances are some lawyers came and told you, yeah, you have a right to protest. Sure enough, you do. But then if you start doing it, let's look at what happens. Legally speaking, protest means performance under, without being happy about it, without agreement, without contract. It's an okay, but I'm not happy about it. It is not a rejection. It is clearly a legal acceptance. So if you are protesting HST, you are legally accepting HST, but saying you're unhappy about it. You're not happily accepting it. It is not a rejection. If you start protesting things, historically what it meant was that if someone came and ordered you to do something, you could ask to see the contract. If they refused to produce it, but then they demanded you engage in this action anyways, you could fulfill, you could perform, but you do it under protest. What this means is you are performing, you're doing what the other guy wants. If, however, within 3 days they can't bring a contract showing you the terms of the contract, saying that yes, you had a duty to do that, then you get to determine the terms of the contract. Protest is acceptance. Remember that. It is not a rejection. Anytime you protest something, you are accepting it legally. This is why the government likes it when you peacefully protest. You're letting them know, yeah, okay, we're giving you legal permission to do this, but we're going to cry about it like a baby. Protest is for children. There are far, far, far better ways to achieve the positive change you seek. You can still march up and down the road with your signs, just don't call it a protest. Call it a rejection. Yeah, publicly reject their policies instead of publicly protesting them, and then you're actually rejecting their policies instead of giving them permission to carry forth with them. And most people who protest have no idea that by protesting, they are granting permission for the very thing that they're standing against. This is why protesting really is for children. You don't even understand what you're doing. If you want to achieve a change, write a letter. Get busy on the internet, maybe make some videos, get active in court, start filing documents. There are much better ways, and even your rights, when it comes right down to it, peaceful protest, it's the lowest of the low. When it comes to seeking redress from government abuses, protest is the least effective way. Revoking consent to be governed, that's probably the best. So, folks, the next time you protest something, just know you are accepting it. You're not saying no to it. You're saying yes, but I get to cry about it. That's what protest legally means. What you actually mean to do, I think, is a rejection, a public rejection, a peaceful public rejection. You do the same thing. You march around, have your hot dogs, blow your bubbles, do whatever the hell you want, provided it's peaceful. But you publicly reject the government policies instead of publicly protesting them. Because protest is yes. Rejection is no.